that doesn't, and numbers don't change anything. Picks don't change anything. What matters is what we do, what we got inside our hearts, and the way we prepare and go out there and play. So.
How important is it for the Duke offense to string together some 4 or 5 minute drives to keep their offense off the field?
Yeah, I think that's huge, man. You saw last week we had an 8-minute drive, and it's great for our defense, get us some rest. And if they can really drive down the field and not just rely on a few explosive plays here and there, it really helps our defense get us some rest, help us coach up on the sideline, what's going on. It just builds momentum. It really wears down a team when you're methodically driving down the field first down after first down after first down. So that's going to be huge for our offense for sure.
Kelby, the defensive line this year, it's been the same 4 guys every game. Has that been important for you guys, having that stability and consistency up front as a linebacker, knowing what you're going to get out of your D-line and knowing what you're going to have to do?
Absolutely, man. That's something that's changed about our scheme this year. Is we're really counting on our D-line, and this year our D-line's been just outstanding, allowing all of us to go, flow, and make plays. Keeping blockers off us and whatnot. So that's been a blessing, and yeah, it's been great, and we have a good rotation too. We got some guys in depth. Carlos comes in there in the middle, and then we got Jordan and Dez coming in at ends, and so those guys can stay fresh and really contribute well.
Now looking ahead to Florida State, how important is it going to be for the D-line to be putting pressure on Jameis? Obviously, he's maybe the most explosive player in the country. So what's the D-line's job going to be, and then how does that relate to how you and David and the rest of the linebacking core are going to try and handle Winston?
Yeah, we have to get a lot of pressure on him, man, because if he can sit back there, he's got really talented receivers. And so, we can't expect our secondary to stay on perfect coverage for a real long time. So we got to get a lot of pressure, and that's going to be blitzing and mixing it up, especially getting them in third and long, where we can really bring some pressure in. And I believe in our D-line. I think we can get it done.
You've been kind of playing the quarterback spy role a little bit this year. Have you ever had to play against a quarterback as explosive as Jameis Winston?
It's hard to say, man. We play against some great quarterbacks, and obviously he's the Heisman candidate right now, so I don't know. It's hard to say. I'll probably look back and think about it later, but we haven't played him yet, so I can't really say anything.
If he's coming out of the pocket, you think you can track him down?
Yeah, we played against guys who run the ball probably more often and maybe run the ball better. But obviously he's a great athlete, but really what he wants to do is sit back there and throw it, man. He's got a great arm, and you've seen that. And so that's what we got to take away from him is the passing game. If he gets out in the open field, we're just going to have to rally and tackle him.
Does it seem like a regular week, or does it seem different?
Unfortunately, it seems like a regular week, man. I wish we didn't have school right now. It seems like all the work's coming on us, and we got exams next week, and so that part stinks. But because last week was really nice having a break, think about football. But it is a normal week. Just more hype around it, I guess.
Does it help going into this game to feel like a normal week?
Yeah, I think so, man. Because it's not like we have to start a different schedule or. I think it's good to have a balance in life. You can't just not even have school all week, and as much as you want to, I think you just don't have anything else to think about. And sometimes it's good to be able to get your mind off football, do something else, and then when it's time to work, you really get back to work. So I think it's a good thing to keep us in routine.
Did Coach have to convince the team that they can win this game, or at this point in the season, did you guys know that and didn't need to be told?
Talking about Florida State?
Yeah.
Man, I don't think anyone doubts it. Obviously, there's always a fear of losing in anyone's head, and that's whether you're playing, a big time underdog or someone who's supposed to kill you. But I think there's a mentality on this team now. We don't really care who we're playing. We've taken down Virginia Tech. We really weren't supposed to win that game by any means, or Miami. And those are two big-time football programs, And so I saw a mentality of those guys that we don't care who we're playing, man. We're just going to go out there, do our best, and we're going to enjoy it. And so I think that's what we're going to do this week, too.
Does it mean anything to you guys, or maybe even is it an advantage? What happened in Charlotte last year? You guys have played there in a big game before and lost a close one. Is that on guys' minds this week?
I don't know, man. It's good that we've been in that stadium before. because it's a really cool atmosphere, and I'm excited just to get down to Charlotte, and I'm from there, so it's bonus points. But I think it might help us just to kind of know the setting we're going to be in, but it's going to be a lot different than last year. A lot more hype around it. This is a lot bigger than a bowl game, in my opinion, and so yeah, I think it'll help us, but it's still a completely new environment.
You guys obviously have there's a ton of guys on the team from the Charlotte area. They're going to be more friends and family. Does that make you guys more comfortable, or is it maybe a little more pressure?
No, I think it makes me more comfortable. I love it, man. There's students. Almost every student I talked to yesterday told me they were coming to the game, which is crazy to hear that. And that kind of gets me jacked up. It reminds me of all the support we've got this year, and makes me want to play more.
Typically, when you think about Duke on the road, you don't necessarily think about big crowd traveling, because we've seen bigger crowds in Wake Forest and then UNC. If you guys have, the fan advantage this weekend, what does that mean? And for the program?
I mean, I think it's huge. It kind of shows where we've come from, man. From having, even in the beginning of the season, having Wallace Wade somewhat empty, and then now we're 2 hours away, and there's fans coming from all over the place, man. It's huge. It definitely helps in the game. There's nothing better on third down than getting the crowd hyped up. So I'm really hoping we pack this place out.
How many people do you have coming?
Well, I only have, me and Kyler have 6 tickets. Me and my brother have 12 tickets total, so I'm using those. But I'm telling everyone else where to get them, through Duke or on the internet, because people are asking me all the time. So
You got a lot of friends.
I'll probably have, I'd say, between 20 and 30 friends from Charlotte there.
It's tough to trade because so many guys from Charlotte are on this team. You can't borrow from Braxton, for instance, or
Right.
Anthony.
Yeah, everyone's trying to get tickets, man. Everyone on the team's asking each other, so we're running out. But luckily, there's a lot of tickets that people can buy. So.
Oh, I'm sorry.
To step away from the game Saturday, how does it feel to be a first team All ACC selection?
It's a real honor, man. That's a goal I've had for a while, and so I'm really honored to receive that. But it really doesn't change anything about the game, and that's something that I'll enjoy once the season's over. But for now, man, I'm still the same guy, still same defense I'm on, and still the same team. So it's nice. It's really good to have, but it doesn't really mean much for this game.
I know that the conference championship trophy is more.
Yeah, much more important for sure.
Thank you.